Look at the arugula flowers, Avery. I've never seen an arugula flower. Aren't they pretty? They're white with 4 petals.
Yeah.
Good morning. So I'd made up a list inside and made up a plan to go to town and get the last few supplies I needed for the gate. And I came out here because I knew this needed to be organized and cleaned up because it's a mess. And if I drove with it like this, it would be an even bigger mess. So I think, but then I walk out here and I look at the road and I'm like, oh yeah, gravel's coming today. So there's a couple things I wanted to do to the road, just clean up. I've already started, just kind of walking the road, throwing any big rocks that are on the surface off, and looking for any obvious dips and bumps that I may have missed. Like I got a dip right over there. And so I got some gravel kind of on the side. I was just gonna throw it in the hole and just stomp on it. Oh, shovel. Shovel's ready to work. So I'm just gonna get this road ready. And then I think, I don't wanna wake up Avery because the tractor's right next to his bedroom, so. I'll just do as much handwork as I can, and once he's up, then I'll get the tractor going, because I want to backfill around the concrete side of the gate. And I want to fire up the chainsaw and trim the log post down. And I need to see if the pole saw will work and trim up some of these branches, like I said I was going to do a few days ago. But when the gravel truck is coming through here, he's going to have his bed way up in the air and it's going to snap off the low branches anyway, so I might as well cut them nicely. And we'll see. And then if I get the road ready before I hear from the gravel, then maybe I'll get the brush cutter, clear the brush, then push the trees down and buck these trees up, get the stumps out, and make the entry point for the sawmill. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so I got this whole edge cleaned up, got all the rocks off, got my little hole filled. So I'm gonna eat a snack and then I'm gonna come back and put in the driveway sensor, which will require a little trench along the side of the road here. So I'll get that in and then I'll clean up this little ditch here that extends beyond the driveway sensor, and kind of finish cleaning up that part. And maybe Avery will be up by then, and I could fire up the tractor and chainsaw the post, and maybe get to these trees next. Be nice to get some more light into the greenhouse. Just got a call from the gravel company, and they said they're going to be by shortly. So I was going to run around and try to cut some of these branches, but I got my little pole saw out, and it's not working very well. So I'm going to try to get the chainsaw working. I've got a chainsaw pole saw. Oh, hey Aggie, welcome. Hey little girl. You're gonna be scared of this big truck coming. Welcome to the road. Let me throw some clean gas in this chainsaw and see if it'll fire up. I've never used it before, so it's a bad time to learn about it. But I'll give it 5 minutes, and if I can't get it going, then I'll just let his dump truck tear any branches it's gonna tear. No big deal. But I thought, just as a courtesy, I should at least try. First load in, looking good. I just had him dump as much as it took, which meant the whole load, which, perfect. And he spread it out real nice. I mean, look at how nice he was able to lay this. And that is awesome. This was tough on an uphill slant. And look at that, just coated it perfect. So I'll just polish it up real quick with my hand rake, so that when he pulls back in and packs it down, it's nice right where I want it. But I love those guys. They're so good. They make it look so easy. Driving those trucks around these roads, it's so tight. And, I mean, this road, they don't even bat an eye at this road. This is like nothing compared to some of the roads they got to work on. Anyways, let me rake this out before he gets back. decided to try my van out as a compactor. Seems like it worked pretty well. Nice and smooth. But so now I'm going to use my plate compactor to go down the middle here and just get this as firm as I can. It's looking really nice, just a nice crown. And he spread it so nice, all I needed was a rake. I didn't even have to bring the backhoe out or anything. I want to compact it while it's this nice moisture content. It'll take a little while for this. It's pretty thick on top of more fill, so there's almost probably 1.5 feet of fill. So this road's changed quite a bit. It's just like a nice even ramp now. Where it used to be kind of like bumpy, and then you'd hit this part and then it'd be like up the hill. Okay. So I went and picked up my trusty compactor. I haven't used it in a few months at least. It's been like 6 months. But every time I go to start it, it starts up. This old thing, I sure don't take care of it like I should. And one day it's not going to start. But hopefully today is not that day. All right, so after I compact this road, I think I'm going to take these trees out. Oh, but I got to get the brush first. God, stupid brush. I'll cut some brush, then take the trees out. Thing started on the second pole. Amazing. All right, time for some compacting. I want to cut down these trees, or push down these trees, better descriptor. They're not that tall, they're probably, well, they're probably pretty ugly up there. They've got their heads snapped off. They're probably like 60 feet tall, something like that. But the actual trees here is probably only like, 40, maybe 50 to where they split. So they're really not that big. The base here is huge. I mean, that's like 4 feet across there, 4 foot diameter. And I don't know, at least this tree's been dead a while. And I can kind of reach on each side and dig a little bit. I'm thinking I should be able to push all 3 of these over into the field. And so, before I push them into the field, I might as well get this brush out of the way. I need to clear all this brush for the pole barn. And I could push the trees over now and just work around the brush, but it would be a lot easier if the brush was cut already. So, let's cut some brush. So the first part is the hard part. You just got to make your way in, and then basically, if it's all this stuff is leaning this way. So I start in the front, and as I'm cutting, it all progressively keeps falling on itself. You see how it's all just facing the same direction. And as you're cutting, the next stuff has a place to go, just on top of that stuff. And if you try to go the other way, it just becomes a mess. It just has nowhere to go. It wants to fall on the stuff in front, but it hasn't been cut yet. And then when you go to clean it up, it's a big mess. Ask me how I know that. And pick it up in bunches, and I'll pile it all up in one big pile over there. And yeah, we can go from there. Well, that's it for today. I'm all showered and got some clean clothes on. I don't know where Christy went, but we were thinking of finally getting around to doing our intro video. Yeah, our intro video for our channel. I've already made like 30 videos. I think it's time we make an intro, because most of the videos I just kind of start off and go, and I haven't explained much of what I'm doing here other than just little tidbits along the way. So I'm kind of, so we're gonna do hopefully a quick short video that just introduces our channel, and just gives you the basic facts of of why we started a channel and all that, yada yada yada, Oh, I see Christy and I see a boy. Maybe we won't be making that video tonight, but maybe we'll go to dinner instead. But anyways, the road's looking good. And my neighbor just drove out, and he barely even left a dent on the gravel, so I'd say that's pretty compacted. Oh, here they come. Anyways, Didn't get to these trees today, the brush one, but I cut most of it down, and then I'll come around with the tractor and grab it and throw it all the way over into the brush pile I have down there. And that brush pile is just going to become a brush mountain as I delimb all this stuff, and yeah. It'll be fun to start on this clearing finally. And we still have to make a video about the sawmill. We spent a lot of January planning and sketching up plans, and I think I even made a materials list. Yeah. So we need to make a video that kind of explains all of that. And then we'll just dive into it. So I just changed that the gate and everything. Everything just looks so different. It's like I finally beat that into submission and made it our own. Oh, the boy draws nearer. He's slowly but surely coming. Okay, I guess that means I'll see you tomorrow. I'm not sure where I'll start, but I'm guessing these trees. I kind of want to start, but I might go to town first and get the supplies I need for the gate, just finish the gate and move on. Looks like those planes crashed into each other.